in Pangani. But for now, so let's have a conversation here in studio. And joining me right now, very interesting panel of guests. I'll start from my extreme right, and I have Dan Manzo, who's the Member of Parliament for Makueni. Thank you very much for coming through. We also have Sylvanus Osoro, who's an aspirant for South Mugirango, Member of Parliament position. He's also an advocate. And then we have Dan Okach. Thank you very much for joining us. He's an advocate and political commentator. So very interesting times we have before the elections. We have about, just about 90 days to go. And everything seems to be coming from the closet. And I'll start with what is happening with Kalonzo Musyoka and his foundation. And I'll start with you, Dan Manzo. What do you read from this?
I just read mischief. You remember 2 months ago, he was cleared by the NGOs board. And you know now the NGOs board has been moved to the office of the Honorable Gaiseri, the CS for Interior. And it's most unfortunate that immediately he's declared a running mate of the Honorable Raila Odinga. Then trouble begins for him. Yeah. I'm very familiar with this foundation and what it does. In fact, it has donors who are very particular with what they donate for. It is taking care of about 2,000 poor children who have no access to good health. Some of them have no homes, and they stay at a school with a similar setting as Starehe Boys Center somewhere in Mwingino called Maria School. And you know, when you visit this school, you begin seeing what sort of children is taking care of. And the moment you freeze his accounts or you give notification to cancel out this foundation, then you are going to send a lot of children into misery, which the Jubilee government has failed to take care of in the normal circumstances. They would have been taking care of so many children. There is very little allocations into school fees. They talked of a free primary and secondary school education. It doesn't really exist because we deal with schools every day. And we have to deal with the very poor, really, are not taken care of.
So it's not as free as they say.
It's been said. And therefore, it is most unfortunate, and this is truly witch-hunting, but I understand that the Honorable Kalonzo Musyoka, the party leader of Wiper, will be giving a statement on this matter at about midday on a full press conference. And I believe you'll highlight most of the things, but I can read mischief and witch-hunting.
All right, Sylvanus, is that the same thing you read? They're saying that 196 million shillings cannot be accounted for.
My question now to the government is what really has happened? I mean, what is so new in this foundation? This is a foundation that was registered in 2005. It has been in existence for 12 years now. And being a foundation, the legal framework of a foundation, to run a foundation is not so huge that they don't even file return. Okay, they're not supposed to pay taxes, those kind of things. And the work of a foundation is open glare of the public, all through by the public bodies and all through in every sector that is required. So clearly this is mischief coming in the electioneering year. I tend to think that now that the lineup has been drawn and it's so clear that probably Jubilee could be going home, they are trying to seal every loophole that probably could form an inlet for any funding from whatever region. But I want to tell them that the Kalonzo Foundation is quite distinct from what the NASA coalition want to do in regard to campaigns, and there is nothing they shouldn't be eyeing on him specifically for the foundation that has actually done quite a tremendous job for some time. So, but if it's true that there is any legal issue that needs to be checked deeply, then making it open to the public makes it now illegal and makes it actually tends to bring a picture of probably witch hunting because they should investigate clearly if there is reason to believe
they say they've investigated and there are issues to do with money laundering.
It is actually
secret bank accounts.
It's too much secret bank accounts clearly. I mean, and then they quote them. We've seen in the paper today that they've quoted their accounts that they are running 2 accounts by I&M Bank. I mean, then what are the secret accounts that have kept that amount of money or any other huge amount of money? Any fund that comes to any bank account in this country has a trace.
Yes, it's not a secret.
It's not a secret. So clearly it's witch.
All right.